2 Cents Boxing here at 0 to 100 Boxing Club. Here with, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Frudis Rojas. I fight at 154 as a pro. Prospect last year for PBC. Top contender now. Future undisputed world champion soon.
Okay, so you're 154 currently with PBC. Rankings, accolades.
Rankings, I know for both for the WBO and the WBA, I'm top 15. Obviously the rankings change, I have to check the last little update, but I'm in top 15 in both of those organizations. Hopefully I can get top 15 in all of them soon.
All right. Just introduce yourself to my audience. How did you get started boxing? How long you been boxing? Any Olympic experience?
Yeah, so you know, been boxing since the womb. I always like to tell people since the birth. I came out, the doctor just shut me up with some gloves. No, so it's a funny story how I got used to making that so long. When I was a kid, I remember I was in the living room. My dad, he took us to the store. You know, as a kid, you're very happy to go to the store and stuff like that. Get some candies. I remember my sister were coming up to my dad like they were gonna go. He said no. He started making fun of them. And at that time, my dad was, you know, he was a pro fighter, and he had his gym bag with him. So I'm all thinking, oh, he's going to the gym. He's going to the store first, then he's gonna take us to the gym. He's gonna go to the gym, and that's gonna be it. No, lying to me. The grocery store is like down the street from our house. It's like from here to there, down the gas station, and you know, we passed a room. I was like, oh, what the heck? I look at my brother, that's a little weird. We passed another 3 more. I was like, okay, there's something going on. There's an old gym in Vegas by the strip called Johnny Tacos. It's closed down now, but it's been there forever. And I remember he drove up, threw us his gym bag, and left. Dude was gone. I don't even know what the heck was happening. He said, okay, go in there and talk to the person. He left. We were there. We were training with some coach from Johnny Taco for 3 hours. 3 hours. The whole time, crying. I was crying through the whole thing. Tears, boogers coming. As you can imagine, I was a young kid. Everything. I hated it. Hated boxing at that moment. And I wish I could say the same thing with my brother. My brother, on the other hand, he actually loved it. But when my dad comes back, did you like it? Did you like it? Because he really wanted us to get into it. And for me, not to hurt his feelings, I'm like, oh, Poppy, I love it, man. And it's been stuck with me since. But from the ages from when I started training from 7 all the way to 14, had no passion for the sport. Was that little kid kind of like Oscar De La when his uncle was dragging him to the gym. It was the same sense. My dad was dragging me. I used to cry. I used to remember I used to beg my mom the day before, like, please. Telling my dad, tell my dad not to let us go, that I have a doctor appointment or something, but it never worked. My mom was always on his side. How could she, right? But because of that, you know, all thanks to my parents and my dad for keeping me in the sport, because if not, I would have been the spot that I am. But,
so boxing chose you?
Yeah, boxing chose me. Well, I made an interview one time when I fought on PBC about 2 years ago on the Frank Martin card. When I was talking to Jimmy on there after my fight, I was telling him, I'm like a rooster, right? I'm just born to fight. They just throw me in there and fight. That's all I know to do. My dad already had my life, my career destined before I even had a choice to do. But it was one of the best decisions that he did for me in my life, and for me as well. You know, I'm a grown man now, so it's a great decision I've made in my life also to stick around and stay with it.
Okay. What has been the most, what have you enjoyed most about your journey, and what has been the most difficult part of your journey?
Amateur or pro, or just all in general?
Let's go with pro. Let's go with pro.
Pro. The inactivity. That's one. The bigger cons for, I think, as a pro. I think under my first 2 years as coming up as a prospect, a young pro fighter, it was real fast for me to get fights. I was fighting 8 times a year. Now it's a big hole. Last year I've only had, I think, 2 fights, and this year so far 1, and I fought back in March. So. Now it's a very difficult thing because it's just a lot of people be ducking, or they be saying no to fights, or be asking for some ridiculous amount of money that neither of us are even close to even making. But
really,
it's sad. It's sad to see sometimes in the sport because, you know, I want to go back to the old era, like where they fought champions versus champions, the best versus the best. Now it's just more they treat it more as a business, get the money, whoever can make the much money and get out, avoid as much people as you can, which I don't see the point of that, right? For me, I want to build legacy. Let my name live long like Achilles, right? Okay. Everybody knows Achilles, everybody knows Muhammad Ali, so God first, I can have my name live on that long.
And what do you enjoy most about the journey?
I met so many cool people. I've traveled so much around the world. Boxing has a lot of perks. Like when I was in the team, or even now as a pro, we travel so much and everything gets paid for. You meet so many different cultures, so many different people. When you win those medals for your country, it's one of the best feelings, hearing that national anthem. And then there's sometimes that the afterwards, that after the tournament, usually the tournament, international tournaments, they host like a little party or something for the fighters or something. Let loose, a congratulations, like a farewell, and those are usually real fun. And it's funny, there's the same people that you see here, like in locals, those familiar faces, or the familiar faces you see in nationals, the same people you basically see international all the time, which is nice to see. But sometimes it's when I was there, I'll forget, like, oh man, these guys are like the best of the best of the best in their country. I always see it like just another person right in front of you. But I think that for me, I think that's one of the best things is being able to connect with people. Because boxing is such a small world, you don't even realize it. One person can know somebody across the pond, or you're just talking to somebody about somebody, and then you're calling him on FaceTime, and all you guys are talking to each other. So I think it's just the community of boxing is a great thing that for me, and then being on the team with all these guys.
Okay, so I heard you mention the term ducking. What do you hope to get? Like, if you could name 3 opponents, like who would you be looking to fight next, or possibly in the future? If you could name 3 people at the 54 division, the 54 division is rocking right now. Boots just came into the division, so it's heating up. So who are 3 fighters at the 54 division you would like to call out right now?
I would love to do with Hayes. Hayes for sure, because he's up there as a top contender now that he got that intern for the WBA. That'd be a good belt to take. Virgil Ortiz, I fought Virgil Ortiz back at Golden Gloves. My whole team and a lot of people think I believe I won. I know it was a unanimous decision, but they gave it to him because it was in Texas. It was in Salt Lake, but it was a small ring.
So you won?
In my opinion, everybody said we won, but they gave it to him, and it was in semifinals. And then he lost to Frank Martin, and I beat Frank Martin 3 months later in the Nationals. So I would love to fight Virgil. Let's run it in the pros. That'll definitely be a great fight, especially now that people see him as a knockout artist. He's like 100% on box strike. So I'll be a great fight to take from him. It's a good win to take from him and give him his first L. I would even like to fight the guy that he fought, that Uzbekistan guy.
Bakram?
Yeah, him, that Terrence and him fought. I would love to fight him. Even Boots. I would love to fight Boots, especially that he's coming 54 up here. I think it would be a good fight to fight with Boots. He needs a fight, like you could say, a tune-up fight. You could say a lot of people can think of me as tune-up, especially with him, but I don't think he'll think of me as a tune-up, especially our sparring work that we've had.
So you've sparred with Boots. What was that like? What's the scoop?
It was great. It was great.
They say Boots knocking out sparring partners. He can't even keep them in the gym.
No, but he didn't knock out me. But it was great. It was great. It was really great work. The environment in there in that gym is real cool. His father and him are real cool people, but the work was fantastic. It's the sparring that I'll do again 100%.
Okay.
I always believe if you spar with the best or you fight with the best, you get better. I'm not going to learn more if I'm sparring with people my own level or even lower, right? If you want to be the best in this world, what do you have to do? Surround yourself with the best and spar with the best. But that was great work, and if they call me any second, I will go fly down myself and go over there, or even drive.
Okay.
Spar with him or even with Terrence again.
Speaking of Terrence Crawford, big fight coming up. Canelo Alvarez, Terrence T-Bud Crawford. Now, I know you got a Crawford sparring story. Let's look. First of all, who you got, Canelo or Crawford? How do you see that fight going?
I'm so biased. Okay, I've known Crawford forever, so I'm going to say Crawford. Now, if I want to be more sincere to my heart to you guys, I would say I think Bud's going to win if he stays on the outside boxing and moving, not running like Skull did, but just there, little movements back and turning, not staying in front of him and catching. But if Canelo catches it with them uppercuts or the hooks like he has, or starts timing him down, it's a different story because it's basically almost 3 weight classes over. I'll even say 5 after rehydration and everything, after weigh-ins and stuff like that. It's a new weight class for Bud, definitely a new weight class for Bud. He's walking around 180 something that I've seen from his lesson. But again, walk around weight versus fight weight, fighting punches 10 ounces is a whole different thing. So you literally feel everything in his little freaking gloves, even though on TV they look pretty decent. But in real life, the gloves feel way different. Story with Bud when we were sparring, I remember I was at Walmart. All week, I sparred 4 days. Out of that week, it was Thursday, about to be Friday. I was at Walmart with my cousin and my brother. I was happy. I'm like, oh, I get a day off. The week's coming up. I get 1 day off. Finally, the 1 day off I get of the week. And Coach K, the assistant coach that I have, he calls me like, hey man, I set up sparring. Bud's in town. You're gonna be sparring with him at the Apex Center. I said, huh? My heart just dropped. I looked at my brother and I said, oh, I'm gonna get my ass beat. I'm gonna get beat up. This is the reaction that I had. When he told me that, I was like, oh, okay, man. Remember, I went to sleep. I prayed before I go to sleep. Oh, Lord, please be with me tomorrow. And remember, I woke up and to hype myself up. People say it's a girly song, but I love the song. It gets me motivated. It's Best Friends from 50 Cent. And, you know, I was listening to that song like on repeat the whole time I was there. I had my headphones, even though my cut man, Coach Smalls, he was, you know, stretching me out, warm up. And Bud always giving that stare down that he always does to every person. Yeah, there was 2 other people there for sparring. Me, Fernando Vargas, and I don't remember the last guy. This is the first time we ever met him, but I don't remember his name. But I remember Fernando Vargas went first. And I was like, I don't know, man. And Bud will purposely look at you, because I know Bud, so he'll purposely look at you while he was sparring. And I was just, oh my God.
Oh, while he was in the ring, like he looking over at you?
Much, I'm trying to mentally prepare that. Imagine you just punching, just looking at you the whole time. I'm just like, oh gosh. But no, when I went in there, I did great to the point that they called me back for that whole sparring, that camp that we were there, and that was the one that we were getting ready for Earl.
Okay.
So it was a big honor for me just to be one of the sparring partners there with him, and that he liked my sparring so much when I was working with him that he kept calling me back. And you know, I've always been a Bud fanatic, so it's just like, I think he's a great fighter, pound for pound. Now I know this fight with Canelo going to be tough for sure, but
now it's a lot of talk about Bud's resume. What's your 2 cents about that? What do you think about Bud's resume?
I saw a video about him sparring with. What was the question again?
What do you think about Bud's resume?
What am I thinking about Bud's resume? I saw a video.
You know, Canelo called him out. Yeah.
Saying that who have you fought, who you think?
I mean, he said Ricky Burns and Victor Posto.
How old was Ricky Posto when he fought him?
It probably was like 10 years ago. He was now Mean Machine. Okay, it was a decent fight, but I wouldn't say he was elite.
In aspect of that, I could give Canelo the credit because he fought in more world champions on resume, but still, I think fights are fights, and ranking is ranking. All them guys that Bud fought too, majority of them, they had resume, they've had ranking, they've had their top level guys. So I can't take away credit from him. You know,
you're right.
Styles make fights at the end of the day. You could get for example, Canelo could go with one of the guys that Bud fought and had a very extreme hard time.
Right.
Maybe Bud made that look easy, like with Kell Brooks. Kell Brooks. So that fight was pretty easy.
Oh, Amir Khan. They both fought Amir Khan.
Yeah.
2 more questions. Shakur Stevenson, Williams Zepeda. How do you see that fight going? That's another big fight we got coming up.
Shakur's just not gonna. I don't think Zepeda's gonna touch him.
You don't think the style, the punches, the volume, the cutting off the ring?
No, I've known Bud for too long. Shakur for so long. We've been since juniors together on the team. Since I've known Shakur since 13 years old when we both made the team together. It's gonna be the same. I know Shakur. It's gonna be the same hit, move, stick. He got great defense, so I don't think Zepeda's gonna touch him. I could be completely wrong. His boxing's 50-50. The other guy got 2 hands just like him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I think he might catch him with a surprise punch? Maybe. It's boxing. It could happen, but I think Shakur's gonna pull it off straight away.
Okay.
But he has been kind of inactive. He had one fight. The other fight after that hand injury.
He just fought Padley a couple months ago.
Yeah, it was okay. The one that
he injured his hand again though.
Again?
Yeah, he hurt him again. So.
I know them injuries would be tough. So.
Okay. Deontay Wilder's coming back. You know he got a fight coming up this weekend. You didn't know?
This week?
This weekend. Maybe a tune-up. I think they're trying to make him and an AJ fight. Kind of past this time.
They've been trying to make that fight for a very long time.
I don't think AJ want to fight Wilder still.
But I don't know. His last fight was against Zhang, the Chinese.
Yeah, Big Zhang. They put him in some tough fights. Parker, then Zhang.
Spin around thing and then got knocked out. That was crazy. So I don't know. I just think Deontay just got to work on some stuff. Just more.
He's like almost 40. I think
But
Deontay's
he relies
done.
too much on his power. I think he had a great career. You know, I'm not saying it's over because as a fighter, I don't think it's ever fair enough to say that their career is over. You know, I think only a fighter can tell themselves that it's over. But it's just the same game plan. He always relies on that backhand, and I think people now are starting to catch on, especially with the Tyson Fury fights. Tyson Fury was just looking out for that backhand.
And it took a lot out of him too.
Yeah, ever since that fight, those fights, he's never been the same.
Never.
He's never been the same. I think that I always tell people sometimes fights like that or bad knockout of things can mess up a fighter mentally. They won't be the same.
It was 10 knockdowns between the two of them that series.
And
So
he busted his eardrum, remember?
yeah.
So that's the thing that. So, like I said, boxing's boxing. It's a brutal sport, but
Yeah.
it's a great sport at the same time.
Tevin Farmer and Kid Austin.
I haven't seen Kevin Farmer fight in a long time.
What? He just fought Zepeda twice.
But me,
And
I
Muratalla.
haven't seen him fight in a long time. I know he's been fighting.
He's better.
He fought Zepeda, right? And then
He's gotten better and he got a little pop now. Because he dropped Zepeda. I feel like he got robbed the Muratalla and the Zepeda fights. Well, the first Zepeda fight. I feel like Tevin got robbed. But, okay, cool.
I mean, Farmer got the experience. Maybe he'll get Kid Austin. But when I saw Kid Austin when I fought in San Antonio here for one of our fights, that dude looked super swole.
Yeah, he's
I was
big.
like, that dude don't even look. He look like he's bigger than me.
Oh, he's that big?
Yeah, he's big in person because I went and trained at the gym like the day before, before weigh-ins and stuff. I was training at the gym, losing weight and stuff like that. But he was training as well. That dude looked big, and he was there the night of the fight. But cool guy. But I don't know how he makes it weight, to be honest.
All right, well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for interviewing with me. Look forward to talking to you again. Any last words?
Still follow my socials, Frudis Rojas Jr. That's the same for Facebook and Instagram. Got you the drama, and you'll see me become a world champion soon.
All right, we're going to stick with Freddie on this journey to see how it goes. Y'all be sure to stay tuned. Make sure you punch that like and subscribe button.